わたあなた。ひなた。
コーヒーの苦味はぜひには一息ついて力を蓄えることも大切です。
Oh, I get it. She's gay. That's basically what they're saying. They're alluding to that. Basically, her daughter has a girlfriend or something, and perhaps got caught or is trying to avoid being caught. Simply because it's like, I mean, it's kind of like, oh, the way they live their life. It's not exactly a euphemism for being homosexual, but like, if it's just like, usually if someone like calls into question, oh, I can't believe that's how they live their life, or they'd be concerned about how they live their life. Usually, I mean, obviously you think, okay, well, they're doing something that's just not normal. That's not super normal. Okay, one sec. Something popped up. Okay, so hopefully I'm back. So let's see. Hopefully I can last longer without being interrupted. Well, yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it's basically code for her being gay. Because, way of life is commonly used for people who are, obviously behaving abnormally, because you would need to defend your way of life if you were acting like everyone else. So you have a way of life that is different than normal people. Homosexuality is one of the more common ones of that. And I mean, but that in and of itself doesn't really say anything. Like, there's lots of ways. She could be just, into S&M or something that might be just some weird sexual fetish that they just don't want people to know. So it's like, it could be anything. However, it's the fingernails that makes it gay, as it were. Because obviously it is relatively common for lesbians to trim their fingernails pretty short. But, it's rare for lesbians to have long fingernails because obviously you don't want to irritate the mucous membranes in the throes of passion. To try to keep this as PG as possible. So that's interesting. It was actually especially interesting because obviously it's a Chinese company, and I don't think gay marriage is legal there. I'm not sure though. Obviously, I'm not Chinese, so I have no clue. I would say, it's just not as progressive as America, but then with all the shit that's happening lately, it's hard to say. America is even that good. But, so, who knows? Because, we've repealed so many, we repealed abortion law in the Supreme Court, which is, fucking insane. So it seems like we're taking a lot of steps backwards. I mean, I do think that there are some basic human rights, which everyone should have. But I think we are trying to push a few social issues which aren't really basic human rights. We're this is, sure, you want rights, I get that, but, this is not a normal right? This is not, a simple little, oh, okay, yeah, this is the right everyone should have. It's no, you're asking for, weird rights. The bathroom thing. It's there are, this is, you can go to the bathroom anywhere, right? This is not, a basic, and also, there's a difference between, shit like that and, legal, right? Because, being married gives you a lot of legal benefits. There are a lot of things the government does and allows people who are married to do, which is these are, so, for gay people not to be able to marry, you're denying them those rights, and all these other aspects, whereas, which bathroom you use. It's like, really? Is that really on the same level? Like, does it matter which bathroom you use? No, like, they act the same, So, like, I think that's the kind of problem, is that we're pushing a lot of these, like, fringe social issues and trying to, like, equate them to the same thing. Like, oh, yeah, these are just basic human rights. Like, no, like, marriage. I mean, it's not like marriage is a basic human right, but marriage does have legal benefits. And so if you're going to provide legal benefits, if you're going to, have the government recognize marriage as something and provide, this or that, you're going to provide, bonuses and stuff for it, then, you have to be fair, right? And the only reason that, gay people were not able to get married before is simply because, people just didn't have, like, when they were doing the laws for marriage and shit, it was like, well, these are the laws for marriage because, like only men and women get married, so all the laws were written as man and wife, man and woman, all that shit. And so, obviously, with gay people, they don't fit the letter of the law, and unfortunately, that's, like, what we have to work with. Like, we have the letter of the law to work with. Like, it says man and woman. If you're not man and woman, then, then technically you don't have legal rights in this respect. So, obviously, that's why we changed the laws. And we legalize it. We're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's just change the law, change the wording from man and wife, or, man and woman, or husband and wife, man and woman, just to, like, something that's more gender neutral. Problem solved, right? And then you can just, give them all the same legal rights as other married couples, right? Simple. There actually is some legality to it, but it's not like, bathroom usage has that same, like, thing. You don't get a legal benefit, for using one bathroom or the other. It's not like you can file your taxes jointly. Anyway, so let's get... Okay, so I spent my resin, or spent my stamina, whatever. So now let's do the story. Okay, so this should be... Okay, so we already did Night of Calamity. Night of Calamity was the purification. I guess there was some follow-up. I guess that we have to follow up and go into the, we have to follow up and go into the thing to have that dude die. And now it's going in and fucking them up. And I guess reestablishing the Yuukui Summit as awesome. Wasn't I focused on her? Oh, no, still wasn't. Come on, let's go. I thought I was focused on Yishuan, apparently. What?
ああ、心配。事の次第はリンから聞いた。旧都陥落時、第12代宗主。すでに我ら運河だが今、二つ参照会の司教はすでにラマニアンホローで長期間にわたって布陣を進めていた。
It's kind of weird that they all relocated here, though.
私がこのまま雲岳山ホローに。
Because there was Hollow Zero. This is all happened at Hollow Zero, which is same weekly Hollow Zero that we do as part of the game, which is nowhere near here. So somehow the corrupted people from there are now here. Now, I guess it could be that the people who are corrupted were the people who actually lived in the area that Hollow Zero now encompasses. And so they obviously can't live there anymore with Hollow Zero there. So they had to move them somewhere, I guess. It's crazy they just happened to be moved to a place with another hollow right next to it. Although I guess there are hollows everywhere, so maybe it's not feasible to move them to a hollow-free location.
だが、かつてのように悲惨な代償を払うようなことはもうない。
お師匠様、それってまさかこのまま放っておくってことじゃないですよね。
そんな、そうだ。
アホ。私は極勢が不利に傾いたとき、門下生は第13代宗主イーシェンとして、私は先代の意志を継ぎ。
Yeah, but like, you're the only High Preceptor. Like, does anyone else know all the shit? Like, if you die, who's gonna lead the rest of us, right? You know, like, I guess her, and like, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna do what the previous High Preceptor did. It's like, you're doing literally exactly what the previous High Preceptor did, you know? You're staying there and dying, which is exactly what they did, you know? So, like, that's the dumb thing. And now I guess the idea is that, you know, and the previous one, it's not like the previous one sent all their disciples there, and we're like, yeah, we're definitely gonna win. Like, or sorry, that's what she thought, or like, we'll definitely be able to do this, but they were just overwhelmed. It's not like she sent them to die, you know, and maybe shit went south way too quickly, and so none of them were left alive before she could issue the order to retreat. So it's just like, the only difference you're doing is like, yes, we know the dangers, so I'll be ready to send you all back if need be. But I'm still going to stay there and die, which is exactly what the previous High Preceptor did. And you do realize without you, the strongest one with all the power, like, Yun-Kui Summit will be kind of fucked. Oh, I mean, I guess we have the mayor to help us, but, like, all the disciples died except for you. You're the only one who can train the next generation. So you dying, like, I don't know, like, it's been a while. Like, it's been, like, they haven't really explicitly said how long it's been since Hollow Zero popped up. It might be 10 years or so. So maybe she's taught, you know, these new disciples, or the relatively new disciples, all the stuff they need to know. And maybe that's fine, but, like, realistically, like, you are the only one who is properly trained by the full Yun-Kui Summit. Like, if you die, some stuff is definitely going to be lost. Hell, the technique she used to extract the miasma and save everybody, none of them knew about. None of them knew about that technique and how dangerous it was. So if you die, it does seem like there's going to be a lot of techniques that are just going to be lost. Unless, of course, they're recorded somewhere. And whoever she names High Preceptor will then find them written down and can pass them on, perhaps. Oh, okay, cool. So, okay, I think this is the first time they ever explicitly said how much time it has been. They make it seem it's like it's been a while. But I don't remember them ever saying a specific time. I was always guesstimating 10 years. Because it was hard, because, like, obviously Belle and Wise are, like, not super old. They're in their, you know, late teens, maybe early 20s, but they always feel like teenagers, right? They feel like they act like they're not really 20. So, like, how much would they remember? Because, like, if they're 18, they would be 8 when all this shit happened, if it was 10 years ago. So if they're 18 now, 11 years ago, they would have been 7. Like, how good is your memory from when you were 7, you know? So it was like, well, and obviously, because of their age, we know it can't be too long ago. It can't be like 20 years, because then there's no way in hell they'd remember anything, and they wouldn't be enrolled in any sort of academy. So it's also kind of weird, because, like, didn't they put these lenses on? Like, they had these lenses on after the teacher left, right? Like, so they put these lenses that affected their ether aptitude on when they were 7, and maybe even earlier, because presumably they were using them before the Hollow Zero catastrophe, and the teacher taught them how to use them in the first place. Otherwise, it'd be crazy for them to see some lenses and be like, ooh, hey, let's put these on. Like, not knowing what they do and how to use them. But okay, so we know it's now 11 years ago this all happened. And that was the other thing, too. I was, like, always kind of wondering, like, there is a like, a lot of the technology revolves around ether, and ether comes from hollows, but they made it seem like there was ether technology before Hollow Zero. But they kind of alluded that Hollow Zero was, like, the first one, and, like, all the other hollows appeared around it as, like, child hollows because of Hollow Zero, which was kind of confusing, because it's like, wait, so you're saying all this, like, if the Hollow Zero was the first one, then how is their technology so well developed, right? How is their ether technology so good when You know, how is their ether technology so good when they've barely had any time to look at it? Like, this is like, because like if 11 years ago is when that happened, and they didn't have any research, they would have had to research the hollows, find the ether material, find a use for it, like research and determine what it can be used for, and then create production facilities to actually use that material to create a variety of things, which is like, you can't, it doesn't get done in a day, right? Although later I was thinking, well, actually, maybe Hollow existed for a while, right? Maybe Hollow Zero existed for years, and so they did a lot of that preliminary research on hollows and ether material at that point, and then something went wrong, which caused Hollow Zero to explode in size and danger, and fucked over a lot of people. And so they already had the infrastructure in place to be like, oh, cool, we know the importance of ether. So now that hollows have appeared everywhere, we know that we can mine ether, and we already know how to use it. So maybe it was something like that. Again, the details around Hollow Zero's inception is a little unclear. And I think that's kind of like the overarching mystery of the game so far, is about our teacher. And our teacher is cited as like the instigator of the Hollow Zero event, which obviously I think is bullshit. I think one of the Exaltus precursors, like maybe the creator, was also a scientist who worked with the main character's teacher, and they did something to the Hollow which fucked it up as part of their experiment, and they caused the reaction, but like maybe caused it while the teacher was doing an experiment of her own at the time, and so everything was blamed on her. Or maybe because she died and the Exaltus guy lived, he then just put out rumors and put out information that it was all her fault instead of his own, to try to get away with it, essentially. But we don't know. Like, that's the whole thing. End of season 1 was like, oh man, now we just finally got some clues about our teacher. We can, figure out the truth of what happened back then. So, like, the overarching thread is trying to figure out what happened back then and basically exonerate their teacher and figure out who was responsible and see if their teacher's still alive, which is very unlikely. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my theory of it at the moment. So I think Hollow Zero, and I'm pretty sure they explicitly said Hollow Zero was the first one, so it must have existed for a while. And then the failed experiment caused it to explode, spawn shitloads of child hollows, fuck over the world. It's also kind of weird because they do say, like, oh yeah, like, Eridu is the only city left because of hollows and stuff. And I don't know, maybe they just mean in this country. Like, yeah, in this country, this is the only city left. But every other countries have their own, safe cities. Or maybe they're unaffected. Who knows? It's like, if Hollow Zero is the spawn to all the hollows, then maybe the further you get away from it, the less shit there is. But then again, like, maybe this world's just very small, for all we know. And so this is the extent of the world. Okay, let's do the shit. Oh, see, they give me all trials then. All try because they don't even give me the opportunity to choose.
みんなへの状況説明も済ませ僕の説明で大半はここを去ってくれたけれど一部の人は信じてもらう方法はないものかリン凝固した宮妻がたくさんある三将会がわざとここに配置したんだろ
うお弟子さんの言うひとまず近くの宮妻を片付けちゃいますね
ああ頼んだ近くに三将会の人間がいる
前方に何かあるみたいヘイダリアスです気をつけて
Yeah, I mean, this is why it's so stupid, dude. Like, I know! You know where's the perfect place to have a fucking...
綾手のごと
You know where's the perfect place to have a,
引用天下
protest? Inside a dangerous hollow. Most places would be like, nah. Most people would be like, nah, let's just not have it at a hollow.
びっくりしました。
Let's, hold on.
このエーテリアスたち
Let's put it at
まだ
a...
敵みたいです。
Sparkles.
あそこに誰かいるようだぞ。
Yeah, like, the logical place would be to put it, in front of the company. Oh, you want to protest the company? Okay, we'll have our protest in front of the company. Like, you have to be a complete fucking moron to think, hey, I know what to do. Let's have our protest in a dangerous hollow. You know? Because, like, we saw some old people there, too. It's like, yeah, let's take not only the people who normally work here, so in theory they would be fine, let's take them, but also old people. Like, this is a dangerous place.
お弟子さん
That's why no one wants to work here.
このはど
Here, taking old people to protest. Like, to protest a company who isn't there. Like, it's after hours. Like, what the fuck? It's not like the company's gonna be chilling in the hollow.
すでに身を潜めて
ありえるね。この後とりあえずにゃ
安心してくれ。
これで問題なしだね。さっきの人が言ってましたけど、この辺りに危険な奴がいるみたいです。私としてはむしろ見てみたいですけどね。
Oh, is that war? Really? So he's managed to, like, become more one with the enemy. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's like a healer or a summoner. Just always kill the healer or the summoner first.
危険なやつでしょうか。
危ないぞ。
エーテリアスが飛びかかってきたぞ。やはりどうにも面倒だ。
待って、どうしてエーテリアスがどんどん増えてるんですか。三召喚の人間が何をしようとしてるのか。場所はあそこだよ。みんな近くの宮妻に気をつけてね。何かの儀式を準備してるみたい。宮妻がこんなに。みんな気をつけてください。猛烈な宮妻の匂い。この先に手がかりがあるかもですね。この辺りに手がかりがあるはずです。気をつけて。たくさんのエーテリアスが引き寄せられてきてるよ。
綾手のごとく。
この辺の宮妻が何かを隠してるような気がするんだけど。
ジャスに滅殺。
手合わせ願おう。シェイクアタック。
私が沈める。神秘集結。どうとせい。はい。
弟子も見せ場が欲しい。タコ。
そこだ。
どうにか倒しきりました。見つけました。ここにあったんですね。
周り君のおかげで。
周りの凝固した宮妻は全部片付け。
マスター、付近に異常な区域を1箇所確認。
エネルギー信号。
わかった。
どうやら周りの宮妻は消えたようだな。
Why are you here? You just keep random staff inside a dangerous hollow? Just to keep them there? That's so weird.
気をつけて、宮妻がいっぱいあるよ。なんかとてつもなくバッチリですね。これに触る
This is Alloy 4. Is this or is this an upgraded version of like the stuff that you get from the other zones too? Because like before it was just like Lumite ore or whatever you were picking up. Is this basically that? Just a like upgraded version?
まずは地下室を見つけないとだね。
Shit, which was the correct way? Which this seems like the not correct. How do I get up there? Oh shit, that was the second one. Crap, I missed one then. God damn it. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do there. Oh, I see. Oh my fucking god, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Whatever, at least I'm further ahead. This is where I needed to go anyway. Missed out on those coins, but whatever. Yeah, I guess maybe a Lumite ore is in that area, and then this area has something different, and so each one allows you to trade for certain things, perhaps. Like maybe Lumite ore is used to trade for materials in that first 3 sections of areas, and this requires the other one.
颯手のごとく。邪魔くさいやつだ。両親を共に熱す。命ずる。
文学の技を見せてやる。
スー君にお任せください。
虚実愛なるべき。
向こうに変なも
Yeah,
のがありま
messed
す
up
よ。
that fine a little bit. Otherwise, that would have been really good.
これって薬の実験記録？山椒会の狙いって一体。これはレポート？生きた動物を宮妻に天下って。もしかしてさっきの難民の人たちって実験台なのかな。この儀
Head to
式の
this
目的
suspicious location. It's like they're all.
彼を天下
This entire
させ
place
る
is a suspicious location.
見てください。あっちに何かありますよ。
さっきの映像は受け取った。
So I bet that's how they summon. So what? The miasma weekly boss. I bet that's how they summon her.
やはり参照会は集会のすぐみんなにも見せてくる。そうすればきっと。
じゃあ避難誘導。
はい。みんな無事にフォローから。
よかった。避難する気になってくれたようだ。僕は彼らを連れてフォローを出る。残った人たちのことは頼んだよ。
さっきのレポートに認証カードがついてたね。これでエレベーターを動かせるかも。
どうもこの辺りで音がするような。気のせいですかね。
山椒界の地下室か。怪物でも出てきそうだな。
パンさん、どうしてそんな縁起の悪いこと言うんですか。
いやいや、ただ映画じゃお約束みたいなもんだろ。あるとは。
なんだか変わった見た目ですね。
生徒。
もしかして最小会が実験で生み出した。
気をつけろ船。かなり手強そうだ。
そこだ。邪魔くさいやつだ。引用創生。命ずる。清濁は紙一重。
弟子も見せ場が欲しい。
引用天下。
倒せたね。フェア アリー、なんとかしてこのラボを止められない？
マスター、付近から高出力のエネルギー装置を検出しました。この拠点の発電装置であると思われます。回路を切断すればラボへの
回路の位置を探してみるね。先に電源だけ切って後で治安局に調べてもらおう。よし、ここは三商会の拠点。そうです。
大丈夫だ、船。
パンさん、早く調べましょう。
なんか変なんだよね、この装置。
それにしても
中に宮妻が。
けど今はこれの使い道は。
今回はどれだけの人を騙してきたんでしょう。これ以上悪さができないように早く儀式を阻止しないと。
危ない。邪魔くさいやつだ。一心。
やっと全部片付いたよ。みんなの調子はどう？
Oh, another section entirely. Goddamn. So I think this area I'm currently in is also new. That's why I found that Bangby Tower. And so this place must also be new. Although, well, it could be actually just be like a relatively small arena type thing, which maybe not. Maybe won't have too many treasure chests or whatever. Yeah, actually, I think this looks. I can't even open the map. So yeah, this is just a boss arena. I think this is also actually the boss arena that you do for the weekly boss. Oh man, I lost all my fucking adrenaline. What the fuck? But yeah, I think this you pick up your buffs here, and then you move further in, and then the weekly boss gets summoned. Oh, I see. So that's how they become the weekly boss.
始まりの主の意志だ。そんなもの世の人々を欺くための口実に過ぎない。
私の祝福を。警戒してください。
汚れよ払う。
しぶといですね。
邪魔くさいやつだ。陰陽創生命ずる道と生生と濁
どんどん厄介になってます。冗談じゃないです。いきますよ。
これが俺の
周りの宮津も減った気がします。今のうちにやっつけちゃいましょ
始まりの主とやらに見てもらうがいい。
We have her hands on her back and like help purify her.
私やみんなとは違う。
黙れ。姉様の声を真似るな。
あなたの才はみんなを守る武器になる。いずれ私たちより遠く。
これは宮妻の見せる幻だ。
妹に伝えてほしい。
あるいは記憶。
あの子の姉は偉大でも高潔でもなかったと。今夜悲劇を止めないと私のイーシェンがエリートと共に散ってしまう。
姉様。
全ては世のためでなくあの子
To
の
save
ため。
her.
どうか生きて。それが私たちの約束。
姉様、こんな形であなたを知り、あなたになるとは。私こそは雲岳山第13代宗主。怪人にそろそろ決着の時だ。
Dude, those are so fucking hit. You just fucking get staggered. It's like, so basically, they found a third way to be an asshole. There's a few ways I really hate when games do this. One, enemies that constantly run away. The miasma stopping stagger is fucking annoying too. And they found the third way, where if you get hit by one attack, you get hit by all of them. Why? Why won't easy? Because she hits so fucking hard, or he hits so fucking hard, it happens back to fucking back in a row. and you can't fucking resist it. You're fucking stun locked and staggered in place. To do it. It's kind of annoying is that when I go into screenshot mode, it sounds. I'm not sure. I have to actually watch the VODs again, but it sounds like when I go into screenshot mode, it mutes all sound, which sucks for people watching. I think it was a setting for the PC where it was like, oh, if you go off the if you change focus. So basically, if you're playing on PC, but then you like click to some other window on your PC, it'll mute Zenless Zone Zero for you, so the soundtrack's not blasting when you're trying to do other stuff. But it seems like that setting carried forward into the PS5 version, so the second I lose focus... And the shitty thing is, there's no setting for it on the PS5, I don't think. It's only a PC setting, so I have to download the PC version of the game, go in, undo that setting, and then see if it works for the PS5. Or if it changes things. And that's under the assumption that it actually is muting it, because I lose the sound when I do it. I don't know if it's also for the stream as well, which I assume it does, because if I don't hear it, then why would you guys hear it? I gotta get my screenshots. Or if I just hold the screenshot button, it'll take a screenshot, but there's like a half-second delay, so you'll often just miss a good scene unless you... Because like, you'd have to know half a second ahead of time. Oh yeah, in half a second it's gonna be a great scene. So no, the better thing to do is open up the screenshot menu so you can press X the second the cool scene happens, which refocuses, which I think is what causes the mute because of that setting. But yeah, that was always a... So, enemies that run away I always hated in action games. They're always really fucking annoying to have to chase after them. And it's really fucking annoying to miss your shit because they zipped away faster than you could do, especially when you don't have movement skills to catch up to them. So essentially you're just stuck there waiting for them to stop wasting your time and come back. And then the other thing is, I hate it when if you get hit by one attack, you're going to get hit by a bunch of others. And that's just kind of what happens, right? Like, you see the orange flashes, you're like, oh, cool, I'm gonna try to parry assist, but you can't do that. The only thing you can do in those moments is try to dodge, because that's the only thing you can do fast enough to do it. And even then, I mean, I don't even know if you can. And the only reason I was able to dodge at the end is because she lit up in her attacks. It seems like those 4 orange slashes, if you get hit by one, you're basically stun locked, because they hit you so fast that you can't do anything else in the meantime. Because your character has to be in like a body neutral stance for you to like dodge and attack and all that shit. So essentially, because it staggers you for a half a second, the other attack comes within that half second and keeps you stunned until it gives you a little bit of a break where you can dodge or try to parry. Which, I'm able to do at the end, but it's like it sucks when you're trying to do it in the middle. And you're like, can I do it? And like, no, seems like not. So basically, if you get hit by the first hit, you're going to get hit by the remaining 3 as well. Which fucking blows. I hate that too. It's just like, hey, I know you fucked up once, but we're going to punish you 4 times. That just feels like shit. I'd rather get punished by one big hit than being fucked over 4 times and being unable to do anything for the remaining hits. Where it's like, oh, you got hit this one time? Great. I hope you like doing nothing for the next second or two, because you're just going to get hit unrelentingly and you can't do anything about it.
いや、まだ我ら雲岳さんは。
そうだね。生理、私たちが地下で見つけ、なんでだろう。
心配いりませんよ。三将会の師
匠、
つなげてみろ。
雲岳さんの英飛地区を救ってくださったこと、そしてこの地に暗躍する三将会という病巣にポーセルメックスは雲岳さんの協力を得、二度とこのようなことが起こらないよう私どもは工事産業へ今なら。
That is interesting though, because basically it seemed like their experiment was actually successful, because their whole point was to use the miasma to essentially transcend human limits, which seemed to work. Now, we still beat them, but the fact that they were able to incorporate miasma into themselves, maybe not lose their self. I mean, who knows? Maybe he lost his self entirely and he was just fighting on instinct. But it seems like that's the end goal, where it's like, yes, human intellect with ethereal bodies. And it seemed like that was a big step in the correct direction for them. Unless, of course, he lost his intellect and he was just a madman. He didn't really speak afterwards. He did kind of speak when with that miasma ball against us. So I guess he still retains some of his intellect. But then again, we also don't know how long it will last, right? It could be that, like, in a day, his body would degrade or his intellect would lose himself and he'd become a mindless monster, which would defeat the purpose. But still, it is a step in the right direction according to my guess of what the Exaltus are trying to do.
話だけ聞いてると、
何をおっしゃいますやら。私はとにかく今回は大変実りある業務提携となったかと。
さあな。それから労働者の待遇を改善する我ら雲岳さんはすでに英飛地区へと舞い戻った。
ご安心ください。あなたと雲岳さんは私の大切な。では私は処理すべ。
したたかな人ですね。
我らには関係そうだ。
He's the CEO of a very important company. Like I guess he could get into tops himself. I guess that's his next step up. But like, yeah, I mean, that's what I was never understood, right? Like, I get that, like, yeah, some companies like overwork their employees and shit, but it's like you do realize that if you treat your employees slightly better, you'd get better work out of them. Like being constantly scared or being overworked just lowers productivity. Like it works fine in the interim, in the short term. You'll get more work done, but as fatigue sets in and people start, hating their job and shit like that, you're just going to get worse performers. And so if you just like gave them good working conditions and made them feel motivated to continue working, you'd get better results. And the only issue, of course, is you're putting in a little of your own cash as a company to making your employees' lives better, and then you're reaping the rewards. But the problem is it's an immaterial thing, right? You can't sense it. You can't feel productivity. Like, oh yeah, they were working this speed, and now they're working this speed. Like there are some ways you could get metrics on that, depending on what the job is. But like, it's just easier to know. Hey, yeah, if we work these people to the bone, we can have them do two really important multi-million-dollar deal projects in this amount of time. Whereas it would take them like a month more to do the same if we treated them well. But it's like, yeah, you get it out sooner and faster, but it's more prone to mistakes and more prone to burnout. And the next time you try to make people do that, they'll quit or die or all sorts of shit, right? Or they just won't be as productive as before. So that's why, I mean, like video games also have crunch because they have like strict deadlines for their projects too. And it's just like that kind of environment is not good for a company. You shouldn't plan around that because you will end up just producing a subpar project. Whereas if you just planned appropriately and treated your employees well, you would get unexpected results. Unexpectedly good results, I mean.
分析で使い道。
了解、師匠。よかったですね。
ただ、お弟子ちゃん。
そんな。
そうだね。とにかく
リン、フェアリーに英飛地区の雲岳山のみんなの前ではなんとかなると言ってみたけれど、あの写真ももしかして全ては偽りなんだろう。それで言えば
Yeah, but even if it was an illusion, how the fuck do you take a picture of an illusion?
連中に東を作り、得体の知れない儀式に。
お兄ちゃん、たとえ写真が偽物だったって三照会をたど私たちが足を止めなければ。
ああ、なんと言っても僕。
サラ様、我々は襲撃を受けたため。
Shit, was Sarah there? I forgot what the teacher's name was.
儀式を中断せざるを得ませんでした。
Is Sarah?
情報によりますと、
Is, so is she the teacher?
何度も言ったはずよ。その目で見たものが必ずしも真実だとは思わないこと。
Yeah, because she supposedly has like horns. I don't see horns in her profile. So maybe that's not her? Oh, is that the overseer? Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. It's her sister. So they were extracting the memory of her corrupted sister from the miasma itself? That's interesting. What purpose that would serve? I mean, I guess it is a human turned ethereal, but like if she's just a monster, how is she any different than the sacrifices? And there it is, Season 2, Chapter 1 complete. Yeah, I was wondering if he was gonna like if they were gonna revive him or something. So I guess I don't know. Is the overseer? Is he actually? Is he the one called the creator, or is he still not the creator, or is he just kind of like the interim leader? And it seems like I guess that ritual. I guess yeah, all the miasma was. I don't know. I guess I don't know really why they were trying to recreate her sister. Because obviously it's not her; it's her sister. Because it looks similar, but. And she has like little talismans on them, which would kind of make it seem like she's a zombie, but she's also an ethereal creature, and it's kind of weird because we never really saw her. It's also super weird because this isn't where she died. She died in Hollow Zero, where there is no miasma, and it's way the fuck over there. So it's way the fuck in Hollow Zero, nowhere near this hollow. So they have different types of ether corruption. So it's weird that you're able to extract her memory, unless the hollows are connected on some level. I mean, because Hollow Zero does have it was supposedly, popped up all the other ones. So it could be that they like all reach into the same dimension, and this dimension is where ether flows from and corrupts everything in this dimension. Hard to say. There we go. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, before I used to say, hey, you need to, reach level 60. It's like, oh yeah, build your Intronaut. Wait, what? Oh yeah, build your Intronaut rank. And now it doesn't. Now it just says like, oh, okay. I guess you're done. So, okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and announcements. Actually, wait a minute. Let me look at the announcements. I know that I've been experiencing a lot of performance issues. I'm curious if they... no. Okay, so none of these are... no. Yeah, I was seeing huge performance hits in all my abilities. Okay, but this. Okay, so just need to do one more of those. I did 2 already. And then just explore more, which I'm eventually going to do at some point. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.